We say bula in Fiji.
Bule, okay. So we've got the High Commissioner of Fiji here with us, and we'll quickly take you through Fiji virtually. So why don't you tell us something about Fiji what does Fiji offer to the Indian visitors?
Well, one thing is that if you are looking for action, please go to Bali. If you want to relax, because today the world of commerce and the world is getting very hectic, and people are looking for places to cool down. And a place like Fiji is designed for that. For information, we have a lot of visitors from Australia that come over. We have 9 lakhs of visitors that come to Fiji.
Wow, 9 lakhs, okay.
And we have 9 lakhs of population. So you can imagine the type of people that are coming over. Australians are big numbers for us. Young families with 1 or 2 kids. And as soon as they land, we take the kids away from them so that they can relax. And that's the point. The idea is that we have nannies, we've got kids clubs, we've got entertainment. It's designed for that. We also on the other side have resorts like Namali you mentioned, which are exclusive, no children allowed.
Wow.
So we have for couples, so honeymoons, weddings, these are big things for us in the Pacific. A lot of people keep saying, you have the same as Mauritius and Maldives and everything, sand, sun, beach. The difference is people. And whenever you land in Fiji, if you ever go enter a hotel, the first thing the guys at the reception will say is welcome home.
Okay.
Because you are away from your home into a place which is exclusively for you now.
Right.
Now, you mentioned Indian population, because you must remember that Fiji has 43% of its population of Indian ethnic background.
Right.
And be it language, be it food, be it cultural elements, we have everything that's available. We have temples, and we have weddings. You can have, a proper Sanskrit-speaking pundits available for weddings.
Wow. Okay.
So in that sense,
so you have a lot of similarity between India and Fiji.
Fiji is not as mini India. Everything you get here, we have in Fiji. Even the vegetables. You'll be surprised that karela, bhindi, you name it. Long everything that you get in India, we get it in Fiji. So mangoes, imagine mangoes. We are a tropical country, so Fiji is a bit far for people in India because it's 15 hours away. You got to go to Singapore or Hong Kong and then reach Fiji.
Right.
But Fiji is very unique offerings. A lot of people are looking for niche opportunities. We have a lot of Koreans that come to Fiji, for that matter, for fishing and golfing. We have a lot of Americans that come to Fiji for surfing. We have a world number 3 surfing spot in Fiji. It's a name for the surf. It's called Cloud Break.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised that on this one particular island where all the surfers go, only 100 people allowed.
Wow.
So you have to book in advance to be able to be on that island for your surfing experience. The organization that manages this particular resort tracks this one surf by satellite. Will take you in the deep and say, listen, in 20 minutes time the surf will hit.
Oh.
So you ride this surf and people die for it. If you're a surfer, you'll die for it. If you're looking for diving experiences, again, Fiji has world number 4 diving spot in the world. It is off the Leone. There's a huge ridge that goes down, and if you go down this ridge for diving purposes, you see the rainbow colors of the ocean. The different reefs and corals and fishes and all of that. So it is designed for that types of experiences.
Sure.
Many of the people may be wondering why we're talking about Fiji. We have exclusive resorts as well. Exclusive meaning really top end. It will cost you about $10,000 a night.
Wow, that's it.
That kind of resort is designed for the Hollywood industry. We have private, big names that have come to Fiji on a private jet, get off in a helicopter.
My next question will be this only, that if we talk about Bollywood or any film stars traveling to Fiji from India, so do we have some names, any movies which have been shot in Fiji or any actors who've been there?
We've had a few movies shot in Fiji. I can give you the Hollywood movies that we shot in Fiji. Castaway is one with Tom Hanks. It's a massive movie. We have a lot of, a number of small movies have been shot there as well. But the reality shows are big in Fiji. You know,
Right.
the Bachelorette. The recent one was the Great Challenge, you know, Eco Challenge, in which actually we had two girls from India that participated
Okay.
in that.
Mhm.
The Eco Challenge, World Eco Challenge, is Bear Grylls' event.
Right.
It is a massive program. So like that, we have a number of events and Hollywood type programs. So
Mhm.
Fiji offers a very big incentive: 75% tax rebate on money spent in Fiji for production.
So
we
I
are
am
probably-
sure you have a big reason to travel to Fiji after listening to what you just told us.
Yeah, it is the most exclusive package out there in the market, but it is designed to for tourism purposes.
Uh-huh.
But it is the money spent in Fiji. Also, Fiji has the offerings. You know, we have unique talent on the ground,
Right.
equipment. So like that, for information, we're currently on Monday we're having a session with Yash Raj.
Wow.
They're
Okay.
looking at a shot in a film production in Fiji. So on Monday will be a huge session we're having. So we have Film Fiji, which is an organization based in Fiji that manages this thing. So they'll be assisting you on that.
Absolutely, I think that's a wonderful thing. So my last question, why don't you share something about the food and the culture of the country? Do we get Indian food
Yeah.
also there?
Yes. See, it is very much. If you ever been to Malaysia or
Yes,
Singapore for that
yes.
matter, you'll find that over the period, the food becomes a fusion. You know, you use the Chinese and Indian type food and Malay and Indian
Right.
food. You know, it keeps evolving. So similarly, the Pacific food has been very basic. You know, we have a lot of boiled food. We have a system called the lobo. We talked about
Yes,
this for a
yes.
while. We can cook food in bamboos. We eat a lot of basic items. You know, there's a lot of fish, a lot of root crops like taro, cassava, breadfruit. It's a unique product. I don't think that Indians know about breadfruit.
Absolutely, I don't think so.
And
Yeah.
it is something that was used by Captain Cook in the early days when they were traveling in the Pacific.
Sure.
So that is the basic food. Indian food, you can get everything. The difference would be that our food is more like the Rajasthani style cooking, which is on a towel. It's a bit more dry. Over here in India, you have a lot of gravy type
Right.
bases, which is the Maharajas and all that sort of top end. So our food is very basic, but over the period, we have started evolving. So we have the Polynesian culture, the Melanesian culture, now the Pacific culture. The Chinese have been there for many years, the European
Yes.
culture.
Yeah.
So Fiji being a international destination, you'll find that all the big brand names are in Fiji, and in that the international chefs keep coming and they keep experimenting. Things like seaweed, a lot of people do not eat for vegetarians. I'm a vegetarian, so on the basis, using seaweeds as basis for seaweed type products,
Right.
unique stuff. So very uniquely, you'll find that Fiji has slightly different character of dishes.
Absolutely.
It keeps evolving. So the lobo is something that's cooked underground. You dig a big hole,
Yeah.
you put some stone, you burn the stones, with a big fire for a couple of hours until the stones become white, not red hot, but white.
Right. Okay.
And that's when we wrap the food in coconut leaves and banana leaves, and we place it over the stones, and we cover it with sacks and put a soil over it, and sit down and have a coconut.
Wow.
And after a couple of hours, everything is cooked uniformly. And the food is cooked with their juices inside. So it's very unique. So fish is very big in the Pacific. In the Pacific, Fiji is one of the largest of the tourism destinations.
Right.
Our tourism number is bigger than that of the entire Pacific island put together,
Yeah. Yeah.
numbers wise. And it has got the infrastructure. So for our people, we have our own airline. Fiji Airways is our own airline that flies to Singapore and Hong Kong. And from there, it will connect you to India from Air India.
Right.
We're currently talking with a few other airlines to find the connect, and very soon we'll have that. So for the Indian visitors, it'll be like going back home, but with the twist of getting the local food. Today, gastronomy is a big thing. How we eat, what we eat, health element.
Right.
And Fiji has that, the freshness, the local ingredients, and the basics that we give you. So yes, whilst you'll want to have your curry on the side on a second day or third day, but experiment the Fijian
Local
cooking.
food.
That would be the advice I would give to the listeners.
Right. So I think it was a fantastic session having you here with us, or having me here with you, either way. But I think it was an excellent session when we discussed about various things to do and talk about Fiji. Stay tuned. Do check for more. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Bula.
Bula.